There has to be more to work than just a paycheck. My name is Clément Frisoni, and I am passionate about how companies manage their human capital. This is Cambodia Workwise. Each episode, I will bring you insights from the Cambodian world of work with CEOs, HR managers, human capital deciders, and people who think there is more to work than just the 9-to-5 traditional work. In this show, we will talk about HR, recruitment, and the broader Cambodian world of work. This is Cambodia Workwise. Welcome to another episode of Cambodia Workwise. Now, whose side is HR on? Do they work for the employers or for the employees? The debate is open, and Jannine Sem will help us answer this question. Jannine is the HR manager of Solution BI Cambodia. She will share with us insights on how she builds a relationship with employees, a relationship of trust, of respect, and of true engagement. I hope you will find this discussion insightful. Enjoy and see you later. Hello, Jannine.
Good morning.
Thank you for having us. So the viewers and listeners will notice we are not in the usual setup of the episode.
Yes.
We are in your offices, in Solution BI office in Phnom Penh.
Yes.
Which is, I must say, a very nice office.
Thank you.
The city center of Phnom Penh. So I understand that you have Cambodian roots. Why did you choose to come from France to move back to Cambodia?
Yeah.
Was there a specific thing that attracted you to come back here?
Yeah. So I was born and raised in France, but my both parents are Cambodian, 100%. I never traveled in Cambodia in my childhood until 28 years old. When I grew up, my parents didn't really share the culture and the heritage of the Cambodian culture. So I really wanted to explore more and to understand myself, in which part I'm really Khmer and in other part that I'm really French. But now there's no question about this. I'm confident. I have this double culture.
So Jannine, you are an HR manager
Yes.
at Solution BI. But you've not been an HR all your career. You've worked in digital marketing. You've been the country manager for a company, I saw also.
Yeah.
How did you get there?
Yes, so I started working after being graduated in 2005. I had a traditional marketing master in France, and I had the chance to land on the market where digital booming. E-commerce, a startup, all the ecosystem start in France. The very first role in the digital marketing as a traffic manager. So traffic manager is not like you are in the street and you manage the road light, etc. Is your role is to acquire new clients through your website, through different channels like Google Ads, paid media, and different channels like search bot that doesn't even exist anymore today. And I had the chance later to orientate myself as a data analyst. It was in 2011 when I fall in love with, sorry Clément, but it was not you, a headhunter.
Really?
I fall in love with a headhunter.
Okay.
Yeah. Because actually we had a strong connection.
Okay.
And this headhunter, he was looking for a data analyst,
Okay.
but with a digital background. He contacted me, he reached me out, we had a really interesting discussion. He told me about the role, I was, oh my gosh, I want to do this. So I joined a big company to be web analyst. In 2015, so 4 years after, we decided to move in Cambodia with my partner with no really plan. We just knew that in Cambodia, digital marketing were at the early stage. I restart myself. I started from scratch, working for a local agency as a SEO manager. Then I met a company who wanted to develop web application and mobile application, and I joined this company as digital marketer. But then I became the operational manager for the company. During this experience, I handled the human resources because I had to recruit developers, I had to recruit operational role. So I realized that, okay, I had this data mindset, which it helped a lot to take some decision, to ensure the profitability of the company. But I really, really understood at that moment that what I like the most is to create relationship with people and to ensure to recruit the talent that fit with the needs of the company.
You've had the strength to change from one role to another. What was the driving force? Do you have a conscience of that?
No, I'm not aware about this at all. It's like I was always driven by guts and passion. Like, okay, I want to do this, and so I'm going for it. And recently, like before COVID, I'm really interested also in the cybersecurity. And so I said to myself, okay, now I want to work in the cybersecurity field. What should I do? So I planned to go back to study to learn about cybersecurity, but I didn't do because I choose to stick to the HR. So in my mind, it's like when I really want to discover a field or to learn something, I just go for it. The only blocker is myself and my time management. If I don't have time to engage myself, I will just hold it, but achieve it later. I know that it's just a matter of time. And also, because we cannot do this alone if I am supported by the right people. Okay, I wanted to do cybersecurity like years ago, but it was because I knew people also that were in this field, and I knew that I would be able to rely on them to inspire me and to give me the guidance. So there is for sure a mindset to have, but also to by people around you that could lift you and to make you move forward.
Okay. That's interesting. Because not everyone has that mindset of being able to say, oh, I can do something different, I can learn. I know I can do it, and the only thing you need is some support and time management.
Yes.
And once you have that, you know you can move forward. So you mentioned that one of the reasons why you work in this field is because you like building relationships with people. So here in Solution BI, you have many employees. I don't know actually the numbers.
Totally here, we are in Cambodia, we are 30
employees.
people, yes.
How do you engage with them on a daily basis with the 30 employees that you have in your office?
Very good question, because even though 30 is like a large number of people, when you want to connect individually, it requires time. But the first thing that I do, greetings the morning. It looks very simple, but actually greeting people in the morning create the first connection. So, and it's recurrent. Every day you pay attention to people, and it's reciprocate a process. They also pay attention to me. So showing respect and greetings is the first thing to connect on a daily basis. But there are some other action initiative that we will take in a natural way. Having small talk with people, to have a real interest in someone. I felt that it really created the bonding. My purpose as a HR is to ensure a high engagement. Because the more they are engaged, the more they will be, yes, it's a reality, productive. It's a truth. My goal is to keep them engaged by boosting their motivation. There are a different means to boost that. It's to have a long-term vision with them, so talking about the future. We don't hire them for 1 year or even for 2 years. We would like them to stay with us at least 3 years. So me, when I recruit someone, at the first discussion, I want to know the aspiration, what they want to do in the future, not only at Solution BI, but what is your target in 5 years, in 10 years? Because if I know that, I will provide you the space to grow in that sense, to develop yourself, and for sure it will be also beneficial for the company. We start to build this trust relationship. Okay, you know what I want to do, I'm going to help you to reach that target. This development culture will help to engage them. They will be more engaged because they know that when they come to work, it's not just for a moment, it's also to prepare to invest in the future. I want to develop this kind of long-term collaboration. During the recruitment, I will always state that I'm here to understand your goals, your aspiration. I totally focus on that. And if we are aligned, or if I identify potential to the match, I make the statement very clear at the beginning. Then when we onboard people, our role is to develop together. It's not only you, but us. Since we have this agile mindset, we actually be able to adapt also ourselves to your expectation. Because a relationship between an employer and an employee, it's two parts. It cannot work if it's one part drive the others. We should be aligned as much as possible to secure the future.
Okay. So you mentioned that one way to keep the engagement with your employees and to listen to who they are, what they want, is that you have regular employee surveys.
Absolutely.
So what is this about?
The Solution by Cambodia, we operate in Cambodia since 2016. But originally this brand has been founded in 2009 in France. So we have also this French DNA. And then they expand their business, their activity to Canada, North America. We are also in Middle East with Dubai and Turkey. We are also present in Africa with Morocco. And lately we had launched in Australia, Singapore and Thailand. So now we are an international team of 300 people. And in Canada, a few years ago, they started to implement this tool that measure the employment satisfaction. So it's an online platform and really dedicated to survey employees every 2 weeks. So automatically in our process, the 300 employees gonna receive a notification on our communication tool, and they will be invited to take the survey and to reply to a couple of questions. It's only like 10 questions. The questions are not the same for everyone. At the end, the algorithm will be able to calculate the satisfaction score. So we have this employee satisfaction score for all entities, so in France, in Canada, and here. It allows us also to compare our entity to the others. We are able to compare the different teams and to measure the satisfaction on different dimensions. So it will be on the recognition, will be on the feedback. We want to hear about how much they feel recognized or how much they have a good relationship with the manager, for example. So there are some specific questions that will help us to have this answer. And so every 2 weeks, actually, I knew more or less how people are, if they feel good or unhappy on some aspect of our working place.
Because you are able to compare people from different countries, Cambodia, France, Canada, are you able to identify if the motivation factors or the thing that make people happy at work are the same or different from one country to the next?
Yes, I used to apply Maslow pyramid to map them. So where they are on this pyramid. Are they on the survival phase or are they ready to develop themselves? But the truth is that in Cambodia, most of them, they want to secure financially. Compared to the foreigners, let's say that they're constantly looking for development. So for me, this is the first difference. So I don't manage those type of profiles the same way. I will apply another type of communication, another type of coaching, of support, because the expectations are totally different.
It's interesting because a few days ago, I actually had a mini backlash on LinkedIn. I posted a post saying that basically the salary is not the most important part of your package, because what matters are the experiences that you will have, the skills that you will gain, because this is what will ultimately give you more value on the job market. Mostly the Khmer people who commented were saying, no, everyone deserves a fair wage, to be valued with a fair salary at work. And I think this demonstrates what you're saying, that in Cambodia people first want to secure their family, their future, and then they think about the growth that maybe they can have in their career.
Exactly. I can notice that, especially with the young generation, that it's changing. Most of them, actually, they are very curious and they really want to secure the future by growing their skills. The early 20s now, they are more focused on development. People who are in their 30s, they are building families. Those people like me, like in their 40s, they start again to focus on themselves to give another direction to their career professional. So I think it's also life cycle.
Do you see other differences in the expectation towards their management or their HR compared to foreigners? Are there other things that are impacting their work?
I would say that expectation in terms of management relationship, yes, could be slightly different. I have experience with local people that they are friendly in a way that it's like they will behave as sister and brother. Compared to foreigners where they are looking for good relationship with the manager, but they will expect guidance and they will also expect technical skills. They really value the technical skills. And I could have issue with some subordinates if they feel that the manager don't have high level of technical skills. They will question, they will doubt about their manager because they will have this impression that, oh, my manager, I have higher technical skills than him, why you will be my manager?
Yeah.
Tech lead and people manager, two roles completely different. Some couldn't be both, so subordinate employee have to understand this. Now I see really a few different. Cambodian also change the expectation, so it could be aligned with the foreigners one.
Okay, so Jannine, you're the HR of the company and you have to support all the people who work here. And sometimes, the HR can be confused for a therapist or someone who will help you deal with your feelings or people problem at work. But you're not a therapist, you're an HR.
Yeah.
So in your daily work, where do you draw the line?
There's no line, there's no borders.
Okay.
Now I can say that I have to give also emotional and psychological support because sometimes the employees will be affected by external factors, not related to work. What I do is that I will try to engage a conversation on that matter. Okay, I know that something is going wrong and it affects your work. We need to understand what it is and I could help you. I'm not here to blame you or to judge you. I am here to share my experience because probably there are some experience that you are facing now or challenge. I could relate and I would love to share my experience and to remind you or to give you the hope that you're gonna overcome this. It's just temporary.
And Jannine, a final question.
Yes.
What do you wish for the future of Cambodia?
I had this wish since I was a kid for Cambodia is to give the access to education to everyone.
Yeah.
To give access also and resources to the trainers, the teachers. For Cambodia, I wish education everywhere for everyone.
Yeah. If people want to know more about you or Solution BI, where can they find you?
We have a LinkedIn page, so Solution BI Group, so you could find me with my first name and last name, so Jannine Sem, S-E-M, and I would be happy to connect all of you.
Thank you.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you so much for listening to this episode of Cambodia Workwise until the very end. I have a lot of admiration for Jannine's career. She is the living proof that HR is so much more than just a cost center. HR has to be so diverse to understand the business and to be a real partner. Admin is just the tip of the iceberg. HR needs to master human relationship, psychology, recruitment, data. All of these things make a real HR leader of today. Now, what do you choose to remember from this episode? Let me know in the comments. Thank you so much and see you next time for another episode of Cambodia Workwise.